violence. It has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Young Motive is back with the topic of the day. It's a crucial situation that we all must pay more attention to. It's bringing families down. You know me, I know the truth, and I'ma spread it around. It usually happens at home behind closed doors, but it's spreading through high schools and college dorm floors. For the victim, it's like they got their head in the noose from all the scars of the physical and verbal abuse. Men do it to women, women do it to men. It's a cycle that happens over and over again. It's disturbing and far from bliss, and each and every child is emotionally affected by this. I think it's time we bring the dark to the light, to stop the 911 calls in the middle of the night. So I'm reaching out, and I hope it's worth my while. It's erasing the bond between man, woman, and child. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Domestic violence, it has to stop. The kids are crying. It's coming down like raindrops. It's a behavior we can't condone. It's breaking up our happy homes. Let's get it together, talk about it, and let them know that they're not alone. Stop and think about it. This is your significant other. Why would you want your son to see you put your hands on his mother? Leaving little man shook. It's really a bad.
Peace and love, everybody. Thank you for chiming in this morning, this AM. We are grateful to be live again in the sister circle with all the sisterhood that is here with us. Oh my goodness. Thank you to all the sisters that are chiming in. Y'all know that sister support is very important because it's a lot of sisters that are experiencing domestic violence. It's a lot of sisters that that are experiencing some of those umbrella topics that fall underneath domestic violence, like verbal abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse. Those are the different forms or the different tags. We like to say the different tags of that people experience, that sisters are experiencing and going through during this time. So we definitely appreciate all of our sisters that are in the live chat with us, that are also here watching from different areas across the world. Also our sisters that are on the anonymous call, because it's a secret, whether you want to like it, believe it or not. Okay, it's a secret when sisters are having to go through something like domestic violence. It's embarrassing, it's shameful, it's hurtful, and it's like, who can I tell? And then another thing that I found out is that when all my sisters to the left of me and to the right of me, in front of me, behind me, they all in it too. So we just piggybacking off of the same stuff, the same trauma, and nobody is really getting the help that we need to break that cycle. So when you have sisters in your circle like that, it all makes sense. Like, well, she in it, I'm in it, my aunt was in it, my cousin was in it. Like, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. But we have generations of young girls, adolescent girls, and adult women who have trended domestic violence unbeknownst to them. Let me say something to you. My sisters can't be conscious being in something like domestic violence. They're not conscious being in something like domestic violence, because a sister will tell you in a minute, I don't know how I ended up in that. And what she's saying is, I wasn't conscious going into this. Like, I thought that I knew, I thought that I was doing the right thing. I thought that I was doing opposite of what I saw my mom go through, or my grandma go through, or my auntie go through. We as sisters, we really do be thinking that we're gonna do something different, but we be ending up in the same thing that our family members, females in our family that have trended it. We end up in the same thing. Is that female conscious? Absolutely not. Because if she was in her conscious mind, she would have said heck to the no when the first sign of verbal abuse hit. If you was dating somebody, or you frequently talk to someone and you saying to this person, look, I don't appreciate you verbally assaulting me, like stop calling me the B word, or stop disrespecting me, making me feel like I'm less than, like, and the person say, okay, I'm gonna work on it. And they don't work on it. We talking about a sister that's conscious and they don't work on it. That sister gonna be done. She's gonna be done because she's gonna know, like, I'm not putting up with that. I'm literally not putting up with that. I'm conscious enough to know better, and I'm conscious enough to know that I can do better. Right? But we have a lot of sisters that are not in their prefrontal cortex. So they're not conscious enough to know this, right? Which is why we have our sister circle, which is why we try to put that message out there, which is why we got our sister support. We got our sisters coming on, sharing their stories, letting y'all know that back up, hold up, sit down, be quiet, get in the classroom, get educated somewhere, because you're not about to go hard on my sister who was in a domestic violence situation. You're not about to put her down and make her feel bad when she already in a relationship that's putting her down and making her feel bad. Like, it makes no sense how we call ourselves helping sisters getting out of domestic violence relationships. Like, it's ridiculous the language that we use towards a sister who's in something like that. You dead wrong for calling her dumb and stupid because it couldn't be me. All the little smart stuff that our sisters be saying. I know y'all be saying because I heard y'all say because this was said to me. They said it to me. So I'm not talking about something that I didn't experience. Okay? I'm telling you what I know because I experienced it. Right? And I'm telling you what I know from sisters from the last 17 years of having a sister circle, sisters that be going through. You say, oh, she ain't nothing wrong with her. She ain't brainwashed. She's literally brainwashed to believe that this person is going to get better. After he's sitting there telling you, or she's sitting there telling, I'm going to get better, I'm going to do better. You literally want to believe that your partner is going to get better. Why is that, Queen? Because you fell in love with something about that person. You felt like you fell in love with something about that person. And then sisters will tell you it wasn't always this bad. Sisters will tell you that. And so they be holding on to it coming back to the way that it was. Back to the beginning. And then you got the abuser, male or female abuser, sitting there lying to you, telling you, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna get better. And they might do better for a while. They might do better for a while, but it don't last. It don't last. And so now the sister is beating herself up because she built up all this hope that it was going to get better. And I see some signs, like I could tell you that he changed. I could tell you that she changed. But at the same time, they turn around and the abuser let you down. The abuser gonna let you down every time. And when the abuser lets you down, her hope go all the way back down to zero. And she falls back into this dark space. Like, I thought he was going to do better. Like, I thought she was going to do better. You see what I mean? So you cannot play with somebody. You cannot tell somebody who's experiencing those type of in-depth emotions like that. You cannot tell them that they're dumb and stupid. You cannot say, oh, why you in this? It couldn't be me. You cannot say, don't you want better for your children? Of course she want better for her children. If she could think properly, she wouldn't have been in the first place. If she was conscious in her prefrontal cortex, she wouldn't have been there in the first place. Now, my question is, who at the dinner table and dropped the ball at this sister's table? Which one of them female grandmas and mamas and aunties and y'all then dropped the ball that now this female, y'all baby girl, y'all loved one is in an abusive relationship? Now, y'all know my daughter was murdered due to domestic violence. Who dropped the ball? I did. I'm woman enough to admit it. did. And my daughter set me up for an assignment to get my butt together, to get my butt straight. And when she was in her relationship, there's no way in the world I could have told my daughter, you dumb or stupid. Why you with him? It don't make no sense. Yeah. All the things that we be saying to her. I had to become an advocate for my daughter. You don't sit up and say these things to your child, to your friend, to your mom, to your grandma. And grandmas be going through it too. Grandmas be in domestic violence relationships. And they have spent the last 25 years in domestic violence. And everybody's still saying, why you in it? Why you in it? She don't know why at this point. She's not conscious enough to know why at this point. But they will tell you, I love him. I love her. We made it this far. But that is the brainwashing of the abuser. That the victim has said, look, I just don't, basically the victim has said, I just don't know what else to believe at this point. Like, I done thought so many times that it was going to get better and it still haven't gotten better. I'm just here on a wing and a prayer. I don't know. At this point, she doesn't know. Which is why you say, well, reach out to Queen of Fee because, you know, she be having this conversation. She probably could say something to you that will help you understand what you're going through. Now, that is the proper response to somebody. And I'm not saying it literally got to be Queen of Fee, but just ask for help. Reach out to so-and-so because they may be able to help you because I know they do work in this, right? So take that chance, reach out. Don't let your abuser know because everything got to be in secret when you're trying to escape from the abuser, right? You have to devise a plan when you're trying to leave the abuser, okay? So we got to make sure that we're giving them the right and correct affirmations, the empathy, the sympathy, the encouragement that they need to say, okay, well, let me take a second look at how I need to strategize my conversation when I come across somebody who's in an abusive relationship or in an abusive household, family, domestic violence, family violence, whatever, intimate partner violence, mutual couple violence. You know, how do I strategize my conversation when I come across these people who are in these relationships? Because I want to make sure I'm giving off the best advice, and it's not pray and God will work it out. That's not it. That's not it. That's part of it, but that's not it, right? At that immediate time, that victim needs help. So we want to think about a resource. So let your first mind, when you want to help a victim going through domestic violence, let your first mind go to what resource can I give this person to help them sort of get the help that they need, right? That's even if you are a victim of domestic violence yourself and you're not really conscious all the way of what you went through. But you know, you might have reached out to somebody and it helped you. Start there first when you want to say, look, I'm going to try to help somebody who's going through a domestic violence relationship, family violence, mutual couple violence, intimate partner violence. Okay. That's one of the best places we can start with trying to get somebody a resource that they need. All right. So I want to make sure that we understand. Y'all know, in the sister circle, we chop up some serious stuff when it comes to this conversation. This is not a playful conversation. I wish it was. I mean, I try to add my own little humor to it because I got a little humorous side of me. But at the same time, when I come into y'all little spaces, I'm not very likable at first because I'm coming in and saying something that's, touchy to other people. And, it can make them feel a certain kind of way when, you in something like domestic violence. Domestic violence don't want you to live. It's you're not living in this, you already feel like you're dying inside. And you literally are. That female is literally dying inside. Like the children are just, and you saying, man, my children, like if you think for 1 second that female not thinking about her children, you out your mind. But she's probably limited in what she can do because the abuser is so aggressive, you know, and then the abuser spend tons and tons of money on tracking the victim. And then the abuser would tell the victim, I'll kill these children if you think you're going anywhere. So, you know, she got the process to try to understand all of that and how she can keep the children safe as well as trying to keep herself safe and then trying to get out of it. Because once somebody starts threatening your children, you know, and you know better. Like, you know, you love your children, you know they innocent, you know your children don't have nothing to do with this. That's going to hit you a certain kind of way. That's going to hit you a certain kind of way. And it may take some sisters longer than others. But don't think for 1 second that their sister not contemplating her children is something like that, right? Unless you with it. Unless you a sister and you with it. So that's when you had two people, two abusers that are abusing each other as well as abusing the children, right? So now you got a whole family of leadership. It's supposed to be leadership. I don't know what you call that, dumb shit. I'm gonna call that dumb shit. Because ain't nowhere in the world you some leaders at the dinner table, you sitting here ruining children. No, that's dumb shit. That's not leadership. Okay, that's you're not in your right mind shit, and you literally need some help. Shit. So you need to jump on that shit. At least if it's a victim involved, at least the victim, you gotta think the victim is probably thinking about the children. Okay, but if you got two abusers involved, they're probably not thinking about the children. And the children are just learning how to be victim turn abuser. Period. The children are literally learning this, which is why, you know, we don't want children growing up in domestic violence. We don't want children growing up in this, which is why if you're pregnant mom, pregnant sister, we don't want you getting beat on, spit on, kicked on, dumped on, called dumb, called stupid, called B word, called N word. We don't want you in that because the baby is consuming that in the womb. So you say, Queen, domestic violence can start in the womb. Absolutely. It absolutely does. And it ruins the child's cognitive function as well as their emotional stability as well as their physical stability. It can cause a child to be disabled. That's how serious it is for pregnant women, pregnant sisters that are in abusive relationships to consider leaving, exiting the relationship. But you gotta have a plan. Don't be jumping up in abuse festival. I'm leaving you. I'm gone. I'm done with you. It's over. Because you're gonna get yourself killed like that. Right? A lot of victims who are dying right now. Okay, because that abuse is not gonna let you just leave that relationship. That's not gonna happen. I wish it did work like that, but domestic violence don't work like that. It is meant for us to die out. It's just by the grace of God. I made it out. It's just by the grace of God. Dana gonna tell y'all what she did to get out. We are miracles here. We were supposed to die in domestic violence. You die in that. There's no way sisters come out on the other side of domestic violence. It doesn't happen. When we talk about the sisterhood right now, I know we got sons that are in it too. And they dying right and left right now, trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you right now, we got to ease up on the sisterhood that is going through something like domestic violence. Okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to Dana and let her do what she do. Because Cuzzo was in the building. Hold on. It's been a minute.
Yes.
It's been a minute, but let me say something. I got to get the pause up here, Cuzzo. Let me see, can I get them up? There they go. It's been a minute. But she is coming on here to tell her story to us and share with us how what she been going through and her topic. Girl, I love your topic title. Oh my God, I want to get into it. And just know, because since we are here to support you, you know, Zero judgment over here, sis. Like,
Yes.
we got your
Yes.
back, sis.
Yes.
We gonna put in our Timberland boots, sis. We gonna get suited and booted. Whatever we got to
Mm-hmm.
do to make sure our sister is good in something like this, that's what we gonna do. Period.
Yes.
So go ahead,
Yes.
sis. Talk, speak to us.
Hello, everyone. For the ones that don't know, my name is Dana K. White. I'm the mother of a runaway and an ex-wife of abuser. I've been going through abuse since I was young. It started at home, so you grow into it, right? But 2017 was the turnaround for me. And why it was, I had my daughter that was missing. Um, and at the same time, I was getting choked up out my sleep by my abuser. Um, at first, I thought it was okay. It was love. When I met him, it was great. He was older. He showed me what a gentleman's supposed to do for his family and the love and everything. And as time went on, the drugs, he relapsed because he was a drug user. And when he relapsed, he lost jobs, everything, the finance started getting hectic, and it would just went downhill. So now I'm trying to survive. At the same time, I'm looking for my 14-year-old because she's one of the 14 girls that was missing in DC in 2017,
Right.
as well as looking for my best friend that was murdered by her boyfriend in PG County. So, as time went on, I called Queen Effie because I didn't know what to do. I knew I had to get out, but I didn't know how to get out. And when I first chose my way, going to the courts, they paid for our hotel room. When the money ran out, they sent us back to to my abuser. So it left me and my children in a bind. Like, we didn't know what to do. But with my boys being older, I didn't want to put them in a situation of them have to defend and protect their mom as well as protect themselves. Because it started triggering down from to me to one of my sons. It started, him and my ex-husband got into a little fight in the house because he's protecting his siblings and my husband is intoxicated and not getting it. So he's thinking he's being disrespectful. So a grown man fighting a minor in the house. So we ended up jumping him. And I knew it could have got worse, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
as time went on, when I called you and you gave
Mm-hmm.
me the ins and outs, pack a little at a time, grab all important documents, don't let them know. And that's how I was able to really know I was ready. I was ready. I was ready because it was times if he didn't choke me out my sleep, I probably wouldn't have woke up, right?
Right.
And then I'm getting abused, but yet I'm out here in the streets, gotta find my 14-year-old because at the time I didn't know where she was at. She was considered a runaway, but she's missing to me because no whereabouts is no unknown to me. So not able to eat, not able to sleep. When my phone ring, the door knocks, I'm thinking it's homicide. The worst is the worst when you have a child, you don't know where they at. So I was battling a lot. Um, I think when I got the phone call about Michael Porter killing my best friend and putting her in the tote in the dolly was like go. It was go. I called Rashida McBride. She had an 18 passenger van. I'm like, hey, he not here. Come and get us. She pulled up. Me and the kids threw our little stuff in the car, and I never turned back. I never turned back, and that was April. Be 10 years. 10 years.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart, sis. Bless your heart. We got you. We got you. 10 years. 10
Yeah.
years.
No, I'm sorry, 9 years. I'm sorry, 9 years.
9 years.
2017, April will make 9 years. Yeah.
9 years. So
Yes.
you left a
Yeah.
year after my daughter was murdered.
Yes. Yes. And that was a lot. That was a
And
lot.
that
That
was a
that
lot.
was a lot. That
That was a
was.
lot.
It was. It was.
Right.
It
So
was.
in your mind, what was you like? Cause sisters be like, we be like, we want to go. But like you saying, first, your child is missing, sis. Your
Mm-hmm.
child is missing.
Mm-hmm.
What explore that a little bit for us, because we got sisters out there who are missing their child. Explore
So
that. What are we feeling as a mom? You in domestic violence, but your child missing. Like,
the unknown, that's a killer. That's a
mm,
silence killer, the unknown, right? Because you
unknown.
don't know if who got her, is she eating, is they abusing her, would you ever see them? So it's the unknown. It's the not able to sleep. It's when the phone ring or the door, it could be the kids knocking for the other kids. You couldn't tell me it wasn't the worst. And I didn't want to paint the worst, but with not knowing. And then as I'm doing my research, because I put my detective skills on before I even got my license and bonded.
Mhm,
I had to figure out who she's with and where she's at. So I started tapping into her Instagram. I
mhm.
started stalking her friends and to find out that adults allow kids to hang in their house. Like it's okay. While we, the parents, is living this pain of the unknown, it was hard,
Yeah.
and then when you go to the courts, the courts look at, oh, they just being grown, they'll come back home, and half of the time, sometimes that don't be the case. Thank God it was with my daughter, but she came back with my grandson, pregnant, another responsibility
Oh,
on top of me, on me now,
mhm,
because she's the girl. So the baby come
mhm.
to us, right? So
Right.
it was like, and the more I fought with this mom, the more I fought with moms that allow her to be in there. It was like they wanted to be their child friend. And that part, I'm not
Mhm.
knocking that, but you have to be the parent, then a friend, right? Because it have to be boundaries. So you can't
Right.
be smoking and drinking and cussing and everything with your kids, because then with a respect, and that's
Right.
what I was dealing with.
That's right.
And then it was one family living in a hotel on New York Avenue, the homeless hotel. And the gentleman was able to give my daughter and his stepdaughter $100 every Friday. For what? Was you baking her to sell your drugs
Mhm,
or selling her stuff? Which one is it? So, me
mhm.
being a mom, I was lying about mine, and I did some criminal recording with half of the stuff because I went to the hotel. I recorded it. Me going up in a hotel room looking
Right.
for my daughter. Because at the end of the day, who
Right.
gonna do it? You know, I seen a video with a party, and my partner Henderson Long. It was in this neighborhood called Third World in Southeast. I was blind to the
Mhm,
fact of the neighborhood. I didn't know about it, So
mhm,
when we went up there, we seen my daughter go in the building.
mhm.
When I called MPD, me and the officer, we go to the door. The lady came to the door. She looked at my daughter picture. Her body said yes, but her mouth said no, right? So I looked at the officer. So I flicked to the other picture because at the time I showed her the flyer. So I flipped to Day Day's regular picture. And I was like, you sure you don't know her? Her body said yes, but her mouth said no.
Uh-huh.
So I looked at the officer and was like, can we go on there? He said he didn't have the authority. I lost it.
Mhm,
You have a
mhm.
badge and a gun. What more authority do we need? Let's go. He never
Mhm.
once turned around to me and said, you can, right?
Right.
So that left
Right.
me vulnerable with me outside this door, knowing my daughter in there. So when I
Mhm.
called Henderson, I'm like, hey, He said he don't have the authority. Henderson had to tell me that's the facts because I'm going at you now because I know
Mhm.
she in there and you got a badge and a gun. You got more authority than I do, you know, but that's what made me start taking up criminal justice. I enrolled in criminal justice because I needed to know the law. Because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, when I'm getting knocked upside my head, I still have to protect my daughter that's out here, right?
Come
And
on
the
now,
only way I
somebody.
could, I'm sorry, say it again.
Come on now, somebody.
Yeah, I have to, right? And it's just not my daughter. Because as I'm able to find her, I started noticing other black and brown kids. I started noticing other black and brown seniors, adults, right? And
Mhm.
some of these kids, they being raised by grandparents. Their grandparents
Mhm.
elderly. They can't get out there and do what we do. So I made it my business. I
Mhm.
made this my concern because at the end of the day, I was that mom. The unknown is the
Mhm.
killer. So for me to
Mhm.
help you, I'd rather go beat the streets, bring back your loved one. I could sleep good because I know you good.
Mhm.
And I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to fight for missing. I'm going to continue to advocate for our sisters that's being abused. Because
Mhm.
if we don't, who will?
Mhm. Mhm. And let me ask you this. So what was your abuser saying while you was looking for your child? Was that any of his business besides
So
trying to knock
he
you up your
helped.
head?
He
He had.
helped. Yeah. So at night, on the nighttime that I couldn't sleep and I hop in the car and drive it around, he did help.
Mhm.
He did help.
Wow.
I don't know, and I've been playing this up and down part because I honestly think him smoking PCP played a big role in who it turned him into,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And on his sober days and everything, he was out there like, yeah, rah, on the streets, like in the versus
Uh-huh.
neighborhood where my daughter at, with me running
Mhm.
up in apartments and, stalking people and everything. So he never shied away from that part. He
Wow.
just added on to the stress, and the trauma, and everything like that.
Wow. That's shocking. Because I would think that he would take no interest in
Nope,
helping
he
you
did.
find. He did. That's shocking.
He
Okay.
did. He did.
Um,
He did.
so as time went on, did she come? Did you end up finding her? Did she come? Oh, she came
Yes.
up with the baby.
Yes. So
How
it
did
was
that
coming to, so she did it over 6 times. Okay.
happen?
And sometimes we ran down on her. Sometimes she came back home on her own.
Uh-huh.
The last time when she was pregnant, um, I passed her, let me back up a little bit. I passed her through the PANS program through DC.
Mm-hmm.
And when I passed her through the PANS program, I was thinking the program was there to help families. It
Mm-hmm.
works for some, not all.
Okay.
And why I say that, because in the process of her being in the PANS program, she had the PO, she had to go to the bar center and, report after school, go to school and stuff like that. And she was skipping
Mm-hmm.
school. She went, but she had skipped some days. She had dirty urine. Um, she had contacted the PO when, she thought the heat was on her. She
Mm-hmm.
was getting away with a lot, right? And
Uh-huh.
then inside, when she was going to the PENS program, she was missing, but then it started to be turning into criminal activities. So the people she was hanging around was doing stuff and she was getting caught up in it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
then I started getting videos. People just start sending me videos, hey, 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 of her fighting. Just all
Mm-hmm.
the time. Her fighting. So now it's her out there missing. Now I gotta worry about if somebody actually wanna hurt my daughter because her hands is vicious, so it was then I gotta protect myself from not getting busted upside the head at the same time, you know? So it was just, I went from looking like me to looking like a skeleton. You know,
Wow.
when I looked at the interviews that I did with some of the news people, I was like, damn,
Right.
that was scary. It was
Yeah.
scary.
So you actually saw yourself being unhealthy,
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
being unhealthy and living in this. Something like that.
Yes.
Because you was dealing with domestic violence and a child that is running away. Like,
Yes.
do you think that your situation was making her run away?
So she started before that situation. So I can't even
Mm,
say, and right to this day, so at the beginning, it used to be different excuses. So I never
mm,
could say why, right? So
mm,
me being a mom trying to figure it out, she went and stayed with my sister. She left from there. She went to her godmother. She left from there. The courts put her at the shelter house. She left from there, so it ain't my house, right? So what
mm.
is it?
Right.
You know? And then
What
I
is
learned that with me being abused and stuff like that, I think I closed her in so much. So when she did step outside, it was like, phew, here I go. And she just ran with it,
okay.
right? Because I was so,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I was like, if I don't know them, you can't go. If I can't meet their parent, you can't go. I was so closed in with my kids. And then with me having 5 boys, 2 girls, the girls, I just felt
Hmm.
like they needed that
Right.
extra, you know. So when she did step out there,
Yeah.
and I could be wrong, when she stepped out there, it was like, oh yeah, this what I like right here, and she
Mhm.
just ran with it, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of teen girls say
Mhm.
that my mother made her story my story. That's not my story.
Mhm.
They
Yep.
say
And
I
I
get my
think I my trauma rolled off onto my kids.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
My trauma rolled
That's
off with my kids because I seen it with my mom, right?
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then myself. So yeah. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. That they say that I got my own story. I'm taking my own path. I don't know why she acting like that towards me. Like what happened to her didn't happen to me. Why do I need to really relive what she went through? I didn't go through that. These are some of the things that teen girls have told me based on what you're saying. Trying to keep them close to you because you like nobody not gonna touch my daughter. Like this, nah,
Mhm.
it's not gonna them because I know what happened to me,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
based over that, you say, I'm trying to, bring another perspective, lighten you a little bit. That is a fact that teen
Yes, it
girls
is.
do say that. They do say
Yes.
that, that's not my story, and it will never be my story. My story gonna be different from my mother, and a
In
lot of
reality,
their
it is
stories end
our
up
story.
same. Their stories end up being
Exactly.
the same story,
Yeah.
their story,
But
but
with a different nigga.
they be talking buku trash.
Mhm.
But I
Mhm.
do understand what the teen girl is trying to say, though. I do understand what she's saying. Basically, what
Yes.
she's saying is trust me. Just trust me. I can do
Mhm.
this. You explain
Mhm.
to me what you've been through. I understand what you've been through. You gave open dialogue. You leave room for us to talk about it. I encourage you because you living it, right?
Yep.
So
Mhm.
I'm crying tears. I don't want mommy to go. So trust me though. When I go out there, I'm not doing it. Tell
Mhm.
me that's what the teen girls are saying. I need them to trust that I won't take that same path. Even if they do take the same path, guess what they're gonna say? My mommy trusts me though.
Yep.
She trusts me.
Yep. Mhm.
That's what they be looking for. But they end
Mhm.
up doing the same thing, and that's fine. Your outcome may be the same, but the teen girl is saying, "Back up off of me. Trust me. I can do this. I know how to say no. You already told me somebody touched me in the wrong place. what to do. I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yep.
saying. Let me say something to you,
Mm-hmm.
since you got a whole lot of sisters out here who do not even teach their daughters the right names to their body parts. So when the abusers say, when you ask the child, somebody like me, therapist, counselor, whatever, psychologist, whatever, we say, well, where did they touch you at? The little girl might say, my papa, my pee pee, my what? What is that?
Mm-hmm. What is that? Yep.
Well,
Yep.
what is that? See what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it looks like the child don't know what this child don't even know their body parts.
Mm-hmm.
How do you write a report of the body, the specific body part areas, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the child don't even know the name of her body parts or of his body parts. Because some of us, we got sons, as mothers, we got sons.
Mm-hmm.
We
But you know,
don't,
I learned some women don't know either. So how
some
can
women
they
don't know
teach
either.
if they don't know it too, right?
They don't know
So it's
themselves.
like,
Girl, somebody better get at that dinner table and start putting the right information at the dinner table because I'm sick of this mess.
okay, yes.
This mess. I'm sick of the
Mhm.
fact that if you sitting there saying that oh, he hit you because he let you on the playground in pre-kindergarten and kindergarten, so he like you. No, he don't. What he need to do is keep his hands to himself. That's what he
Yeah,
need to do. What she
yeah.
need to do is keep her hands to herself. That's what she
Mm-hmm.
needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that it's still mothers and fathers out here talking about something. If they hit you on, they like you.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Hunty, I do not play that. I do not play
Mm-mm.
that. And the other thing they do is this: sticks and stones will break your bones, but words would never hurt you.
Words never hurt. Yes, they do.
Back, back up. I'm gonna need you to stop playing with me at this dinner table. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
need you to stop playing with me at this dinner table because you up here teaching these children stuff that research, that scientists, psychologists
Mm-hmm.
know that ain't the right thing that you sitting there teaching that child.
Yep.
Okay, and that the
Yes.
brain don't work like that. But
Mhm.
you want to put pink on your girls, and you want her to look like a princess, and I buy her princess shoes and gowns. She's so special. But you sitting up here talking about something, princess. If he hits you, he likes you.
It's you.
Girl, hold on, hold on. Sis about to get on fire. Hold on. Let me calm down. Let me do my go to town. You hear me?
But
It
see,
just don't make sense.
and I say we was conditioned with that, right?
Yes.
So it's when you say conversations at the dinner table. When 8 years ago, when I first heard you say that, I sat there and I was like, damn. When the last time we ever sat at the dinner table and literally have a conversation, not just with me and my children, me and my
Mhm.
family, my mom and them too, right?
That's right. Right.
And it's so broken where it's gonna take a lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot,
Yeah.
right? Because if we not going through trauma, we watching trauma because we living in trauma every day,
Right.
so because we got a lot of work, baby.
Yeah, a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Signatory said this was so on time. That's what one of our daughters is doing. I don't know what type of help she needs. Then my ex-girlfriend not telling me anything. I'm finding out stuff at the last minute. You know, parents tell kids don't talk about what's going on in the house. This is not the time for any of that. They are kidnapping kids at alarming rates. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing, sisters. Please stay blessed. Go ahead and comment that on that, sis, because this person right.
Yes, 100%. So I want to say this. Um, the we was all conditioned, and like we was just talking about back in the day, what goes in the house stays in the house, right? And I never experienced, or no, I never heard anyone in my family experience or talk about it that I'm aware of. But stuff do happen in a household that needs to be talked about, you know? And when you don't talk about it, it makes it a problem, right? So I don't, it's resources. You can inbox me. My name's Dana K. White on Facebook. It's resources out here. We have a Mrs. Support group for families. Starting the second one is February the 15th, 2026 at 6 a.m. Inbox me. I will send you guys the Zoom link. It's to help. It's giving y'all resources, tools, how to navigate to look for your loved ones yourself, as well as we here to help advocate with you. I far as the girlfriend keeping secrets, I really don't know how to touch on that, because when my daughter, I was calling everybody, like I needed the whole world to help, and sometimes you don't have family that's willing to help, and sometimes you get the blame. You get blamed for what's going on in your household, and it don't even be inside your household. So let me talk on that too. You have three categories of missing. You had the ones that I consider want to be grown, don't want to abide by rules and regulations, and decide that they just want to leave because they can't do or don't want to do, right? Then you had the ones that's being trafficked. Then you had the ones that's running from what's going on in the house, abuse, drugs, um, domestic violence, everything, right?
Yeah.
So the the way you can help your daughter is talk to her. Open communication. They might don't tell you everything, they might don't tell you the truth, but if you know your child, you could pick up what's right, what's wrong, what they lying about, what they telling the truth about, and you can move around that. You can move around that to get your own answers.
So should we chime into if we know that our child is lying? Should we chime into that? I mean, how much of this requires encouragement? Like, mom, take your feelings out, dad, take your feelings out of it and really zoom into the empathy side of it. My child is going through something. And what is, because I know I can get distracted like, you lying. Why you lying? Should we jump
So
on that?
it let me talk on my experience, because every case is different, right?
Okay.
So Diana used to say that I put her out. Um, Now keep in mind it was not just her in the household; it was her and her siblings. But she had to always do the dishes. It was always an excuse, right? And I had CFSA come to my door, and at this time, cuz I was like, done. It was because now I know you being grown, okay? So when the lady came to my daughter, I opened the door and was like, "Come on in. I need your help." And she looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm looking at her like you the right one I need to see. When she came in, I explained her everything. She said, "Well, we're gonna close your case. You will get a paper in the mail." No, 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 no. That's not what I asked. You came. Now you're gonna do your work, right?
Right.
But they didn't. They closed the case. Um,
Uh,
it. I have heard that girl say so much. Right to this day, she's grown, doing good. I still don't know why. I still don't know why.
right. Right.
I can't even say, hey, yeah, she said, and me thinking back on it, I was sometimes I was like, okay, maybe because we was deep in a two-bedroom apartment, she didn't have her own room, she was sharing a room with the boys, and everything. I try to think of different reasons of why,
Right.
but we
Yeah.
got a lot of kids that's living worse than that, that's not even doing it. So what was the real reason? You know, what was
Mhm.
the real reason?
Right.
We've been
Right.
struggling all our life, so you can't say because we were struggling,
Right.
So, what's the real reason?
What's the real reason behind?
Mm-hmm.
So dealing with, tell everybody what you do as far as the name of your organization. I know you talked about the meetings. Tell everybody, give everybody an overview of what you're doing now.
So, I'm a missing person detective. I'm licensed and bonded here in Washington, D.C. I advocate for the missing.
Amen.
Um, I share on all social media platforms. Instagram, I'm at find out underscore missing 202. Facebook, Dana K. White, and DC Missing Kids and Children's. We have a nonprofit, DC hyphen S Missing Voices. Um, I think I would never get tired of doing this. It's
Mm-hmm.
draining, it's stressful, but I don't think I would never get tired because with me being that mom, that peace,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that they loved one is home, safe.
Mm-hmm.
I, I'm,
Right.
I that peace helps me. It makes me younger. Every day
Mm-hmm.
because at the end of the day, I hear so many parents and the things that they go through. And I know it's resources, but it just seems so lack of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, because missing is not considered a crisis in the city. Everybody, when I share flyers, I always see them commenting the stupidest stuff, talking about, oh, they ran away again. Well, what
Yeah.
does that mean?
What does that
Right?
mean?
What does it mean? I,
What
I,
does it
I I
mean?
can't understand why is that so loosely out your mouth, right? Because at the end of the day, if a flyer's up, that means the guardian, the parents, the loved one don't know where they at.
Yep.
So they are missing. Regardless if you see they flyer 20 times, they are missing.
Yep.
If you see them saying something that's not snitching, they missing. They didn't commit no crime. They missing. They loved one looking for them. So if you see them, the anonymous, you could call anonymous. Hey, I see Bubba over and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a child, a loved one you saving. Cause all of
Yep.
them don't come home. A lot of them we still looking for with no leads, no ideas, or anything. I have a sister, Sabrina Bell. Um, suffer from mental health. Have her own apartment uptown. The more we have MPD go to her unit, the more they say they don't smell nothing. Well, what does that mean? I'm really trying to be considerate and respectful because my license is bonded, but I'm really losing it because y'all don't smell nothing doesn't mean that her apartment is not a disarray or something happening there, right?
Right.
Um,
Right.
so it's a fight with MPD. We know Lotus working MPD, PG. Everybody really don't work together like they should.
Right.
We should have more resources for the
Mm-hmm.
missing and their families, like we
Mm-hmm.
should.
Mm-hmm.
Um, funding. I don't even
Of,
know what that means when it come down to us. You
of,
know,
of course.
right?
Literally,
So,
my
yeah,
question
but
is, I got another question. So, how effective is the wellness check? So, when you call and say, can y'all do a wellness check on my loved one? How effective is that? Do they have to actually get in and put eyesight on your loved one that yes, your loved one is here? I saw them, I
mhm,
talked to them,
mhm.
or is a wellness check okay? Knock on the door, didn't nobody answer. Knock on the door, somebody
Both,
answered. Oh, whoa, oh
both.
my,
Because you could call and say, "Hey, I need a wellness check." They can go to the door, don't get no answer. That's it. That's all. You have to call
wow!
again,
You have to call
call
again.
again, and call
Mm,
again.
So
Right?
there's no follow up with, if you don't get an answer, they don't automatically follow up with another
No.
visit. They just say you have to call it in again.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Yes.
got moms and dads out here with hundreds of wellness calls that have gone void. Okay. They don't talk about that.
And you got some detectives do their job, right? And then you
Okay.
got some,
Mm-hmm.
and it ain't shading them. It's some of them is not equipped or trained. That's how I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna say it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
have some of them that don't have the heart to really care. It's a paycheck, so it's
Mm-hmm.
like playing double dutch. Which one you
Mm-hmm.
gonna get? Is you gonna be able to get in there,
Right.
right? So it's and I have learned a lot with lot of parents, a lot of parents. I
Mm-hmm.
have also learned you don't have to wait 24 or 48 hours anymore to report your loved one missing. So if your loved one normally in the house by 3:15 and it's 3:25 and you don't know where they at, they not answering anything, you have to right to call law enforcement and make a missing person report.
Okay.
If they tell you you can't, you have to wait, you have the right to ask for a sergeant or a white shirt. It's
Mm.
no stipulation times anymore. And a
Okay.
lot of people
Okay.
have to learn that. Just like
Okay.
it's no law to really support our missing. We have the harboring the minor law.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only law we have. But we really
Mm-hmm.
don't have laws that really support our missing or the family.
For the family. Wow.
DC lacking a lot. We lacking a lot. And everything is right here.
Everything is right here. You would think that we would be focused on missing, but people been going missing for so long, and it's not until really Henderson Long, yourself, and a lot of the Amber Alert came into play, where they started to take a second look at it. But it's still, like you're saying, it's still not supported on the level that it needs to be, because these people just think, the teenagers or the young people just get up and walk away from home, especially the
Exactly.
adolescents. They just think that the adolescents gone with a man or gone with a girl, or they gone because they don't do their job. Now, baby, okay, they halfway do their job for the babies that come up
Mm-hmm.
missing and found dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Yeah.
catch-22. But
Yeah.
when you're an adolescent, it's like, so y'all really believe my child just was running away from home?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is what
And
they really believe.
some of them, so the Amber Alert is stipulations. So the person had to be a certain age or adopted, right?
Huh?
Then the critical missing is had to be in a certain age bracket with circumstances, mental health, and things like that. And then you have the attempted to locate. The attempted to locate don't get no flyer. So you can walk past that person and don't
Uh,
even know they loved one looking for them because there's no flyer out here for them.
show it. Wow,
So it's
I'm
like,
over it.
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's
It's a
a
lot,
catch
and it's a lot
22.
got to be changed. And then with them
It's a
saying sex traffic is heavy here. I don't
mhm.
know if y'all realize it, but DC is heavy.
Yes, it is.
And when we find the missing, we remove a flyer to keep them safe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Years ago, I had went to a seminar, and the guy he got life in North Carolina. And he says the way he go after his victims, he Google missing person. If they fly come up twice, he know if he go get them the third time, where everybody gonna say, oh, they ran away.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's how that was like, what? And
That's
then
really
Henderson was like, hey, we need to start removing they flies to keep them safe. And I was like, yeah, I think that's
good.
that's cool too, because at the end of the day, if we finding you, we have to keep you safe.
Yeah. Yeah. That part. Yeah. This is so deep. This is so deep. Like we could do a whole part two because this is so deep of how people, like you said, the unknown. Like not only is your child unknown, but their whereabouts are unknown. The situation, law enforcement, and them, they unknown. Everything is unknown. Literally, everything is unknown. Like, what is going on? So them parents, oh my God, my heart go out to every parent, including you, who live in something like this, and everything is just unknown. It's like, I need answers. How am I supposed to sleep? Like you said, you looked at the camera at yourself and was like, oh my God, how am I supposed to eat? How am I living, taking care of other children? And my child, everything about my child is unknown. You're not going to, and the mother and father was like, you're not going to tell me this. Like, we born this child into the world. We gave her a name. She has the social security. She has the pictures. Like, we know what our child look like. Don't play with us. This is not unknown about our child. But they steady making you feel like it's unknown. Like, the unknown word just stood out to me because, like, it really did. Because I'm just flabbergasted at how.
And while I was looking, not mean to cut you off, while I was looking for Day Day, I think I brought this up earlier about my best friend 25, Takesha Page.
Yeah.
Her dude, I'm inboxing him on Facebook. I got those messages right to this day, and the stuff that he said, we knew that wasn't her, right? So we went to his complex, and they ran back the camera and seen her walking in the building, but never came out. But seen him with a tote and a dolly, wheeling it out. He took her to St. Barnabas Road and dumped her in a trash can. So he choked her out, killed her, put her in a tote, and disposed her body. So me and my homegirl T, we out there looking for her. So now I'm getting this message, this information, while I'm looking for my daughter and getting bumped beside the head. So everything was just like in
triple effect, or like a ripple effect.
exactly. And when I got the information about my best friend 25, it just sent me in a spiral because my daughter, my
Yeah.
daughter.
It come back to your daughter.
Yep.
Yeah. So was 25 reported missing as well? Or no,
Yeah, she
y'all
was.
already knew she was reported
No,
missing
so
too.
yeah, she report. I had the family report her. She was reported missing in PG County. So we went
Okay.
to the complex on Willow Road, the high rise, to put flyers in the building. And the lady in the office was like, I seen her before. And the lady in the office knew my oldest sister. So she was like, ain't you Kia's sister? So I was like, yeah. She was like, let me call my supervisor to run the cameras back. And that's when
Ooh.
they seen it. Yeah. Yeah.
So her murder happened
His apartment
in DC,
in PG County.
in PG County. What was they called again?
Them high rise right there on Willow Road. What's them high rise called right there? When you make the left on Southern Avenue and go down, they on the right hand side.
I know it ain't the Wingate.
No,
I'm
it's
on
going
because
Willow
I
Road.
don't
It's
know
going towards the Merlin side.
the Maryland side. Yeah, okay, the Maryland
Yeah.
side. All right, okay. It's a high rise.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a high rise building. Okay, so y'all saw him wheel her back out to the
To
car.
his car, and he
To
said
his
he
car.
drove her to St. Barnabas Road and threw her in a
And
dumpster.
threw her in the dumpster. Oh my God. This is just like, you cannot make this stuff up. This is not a Lifetime movie, y'all. Sisterhood out there. This is not a Lifetime movie. This is serious business. You are talking to a real woman, a real mother, a real sister, a real daughter, a real person, like human being who have experienced this stuff that y'all sit up and watch on Lifetime, and it be really happening. It be really happening. So y'all say, is it really happening? It be really happening to us.
Yes. Yeah.
And we don't always know. We jump in the movie mode and want to think that it's going to pan out the way the movie say it panned out. No, it don't pan out like that in
It
real
don't.
life.
It don't. It
In
don't.
real life, that do not be the ending to these stories. This stuff be going on, going. And laws got to put in place. And then there's no laws in place. People dying to have laws put in place to try to suck up for the next person who might go through this. It be a whole lot of stuff going on behind the scenes of these movies that y'all be watching on Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So I encourage you that, first of all, let me say, Dana, girl, you are just amazing, cuz. Thank you so much for being with us today. We
Thank
got we
you.
gotta have you back.
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna have you
Yeah.
back because
Yes.
we got to come back and some more about, especially really everything you said. Our brain is not together today with all this you that gave us. It has torn my brain apart now. But we gotta come back and chime into a little bit more of the missing persons piece, because victims of domestic violence, young girls, they go missing because like it's so many reasons why.
Yeah.
Our
Yes.
young girls walk out that door. And we didn't even talk about the digital part, how the predators are on the digital piece and they lure our
Yes.
young girls out of the house, pick them up from
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, take them somewhere
Yeah.
we never see them again. We didn't even get into the digital side of it. So I'm going to have you back. I'm going to have you back. We're going to
Okay.
talk about this because we
Yes.
appreciate you so much. We appreciate you so much for giving us this real, true, honest, uncut story. Girl, congratulations on your 9 years of being sober from domestic violence, girl. Hold on,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
not in an abusive relationship no more. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Yes.
Okay, she is escalated, elevated, and motivated us
Yes.
to say no more, sisters. And if
Mm-hmm.
you are going through it, sisters, if you are going through it out there, reach out and seek. Reach out
Yes.
and seek. Do not
Yes.
go to your abusive face and and all that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
do that. You have to be very strategic, and you heard Dana tell y'all. You have to be very strategic and how you want to exit that relationship. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you have to think about that. There could be somebody holding our daughters hostage with a gun. We got to be very strategic about how we want to advocate to our daughter about getting her. I had to be very strategic about how I was advocating to my daughter when this man shot my daughter in the head. Right?
Mm.
So you can't do the I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave. But because to the abuser, that means I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
That's how
Mm-hmm.
you want to leave. I'll kill you right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what domestic violence is. That's what it is. So for all of us that have made it out, you feel like you made it out. I don't feel like I made it out yet, because I feel like I still got a long way to go before I
Me
make it
either.
out to domestic violence. You hear me? I don't feel like I made it
Yes.
out. I'm still in the struggle right now because somebody murdered my child. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
all of us that feel like we did make it out, it's a miracle. You better
Mm-hmm.
believe you are a walking miracle, honey. And we got sisters who made it out the first one, they end up in the second, the third one, and the fourth, and the fifth one. Every time you done been in it and you still alive, you a miracle.
Or they make it out and then they become the abuser. Because our,
You make
our mouth, our
you
mouth is dangerous.
you turn the abuser. So you got victim turn the abuser all the time, because that's what I did. Victim turn the abuser. Yeah. Right? And we still gotta come out, we still gotta find, time to turn this thing around. To
Mm-hmm.
turn it around for yourself and for your children, man. To turn around for yourself and for your children. Okay. So we definitely appreciate you. Shout out to my brother
Thank
Henderson
you.
Long. I might have to
Thank
bring
you.
Henderson Long back on here with you. And y'all
Yes.
take us some more on missing persons.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yes.
and
Yes.
not just DC. This information that you gave us can go beyond DC. This information that you gave us can travel with us around the world. The information that you gave us today about our children being missing, about that loved one, you know, and not only that, you talked about the family, how the family feel when the loved one is missing. We don't never really talk about that part, how the family feel when that loved one is missing. Those parents, that grandma and that grandpa, those aunties, those uncles, those siblings, how the siblings feel. We ain't even tap into how the siblings feel about, you know, your baby girl running away and the children running away or ending up, you know, and they not seeing. The siblings feel some kind of way about this happening to their brother, their sister. So we got a lot more to talk about on part 2. We got a lot more to talk about on part 2. Okay.
Yes.
Thank y'all for chiming in today. We're gonna go in peace and love, my brothers and sisters.
Thank you.
And love. Thank you to our sister Dana, Detective Dana K. White. Y'all better friend request her on Facebook right now. Okay, right now, because she got the group support for the mothers and fathers, loved ones that want to talk about and learn what they're feeling. When your
and they
child,
don't have to talk. They can just come on there and listen. Yeah, they can come on there and listen, because it's resources. We're giving them tools to how to be able to navigate for themselves, how they can talk to the detectives, how they can get them to move. So they can stay anonymous if they would like. If they would like to talk, it's open. But yes, yep.
Okay, so you can remain anonymous.
Yes, yep.
You can remain anonymous and get your help, get your insight, get some support. Feel like you're not alone. Feel like you're not in this by yourself. Other people are talking about it. Other families are talking about it. So that is great. Thank y'all so much for chiming in tonight. Tell somebody, domestic violence wears many tags. Go in peace and love, my brothers and sisters. Go in peace and love.
Thank y'all.
Thank you
Good
for chiming
night.
in. Peace and good night. I mean, good afternoon. It's afternoon, Cuzzo. Cuzzo say good night. I'm going to chime out with the music. Thank y'all so much for chiming in. I'm going to do a little bit of Young Mo before I go. I'm going to also repost some of the comments up here, because we love everybody, all y'all that chimed in. I mean, we love y'all so much, brothers and sisters, all my sisters. Because I know my sisters are team. I might add a few brothers who came across today. I thank y'all so much for helping us with this subject. And Dana, her story was so powerful to us. Like, I mean, I appreciate her so much. Judy Moore said, keep your hands to yourself. That's right. Tell them, Judy, keep your hands to yourself. Yeah. I don't do double standards. Boys can do that because they boys. Hey, nah, I don't think so. Yeah, we're not doing boys can do that because they boys. We're not doing that. So we told it. Queen, you did. Spoke at my son Xavier's candlelight. Okay, peace and love, sis. I love you. We greatly appreciate you. Your words definitely help. Thank you so much, sis. I did speak at his candlelight. I love y'all. Thank you so much for coming in today. We definitely in the building. That's definitely our daughter wants to do what she wants to do, not take her medicine. Oh, bless the Lord. We're going to keep her up in prayer. We're going to keep her up in prayer because we want our young people to be safe. We want our young people to feel safe. We want our young people to know that they have a voice, and we want them to know that yes, you're going to have your own story, but we're here to shepherd you through that time. Okay? Because my story can help your story. The struggles that I went through can help your story. It can help you be better. And maybe not experience some of those same things that I experienced. So that has a ripple effect too. So let's keep that in mind as we move forward. You so welcome, Queen of Feed, and guests and people in the chat. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Judy, what you say? Judy said, have a great day, sister. And that's what we're going to do. Go in peace and love, sister. Go in peace and love. Thank you for chiming in.
So what you telling her? To accept this from a man, you gotta watch how you talk to whoever you with. Words hurt, people forgive, but